Hey everyone, welcome to today's trade recap. It's Monday the 4th of April. If you can hear the snoring in the background, it's because market is officially closed and my chow is officially asleep, snoring as usual. And today was a good day. After two consecutive red days and two big red days as well. So it was nice to get a green day under the belt. We traded three tickers today. We traded Ethereum, ticker ATER. We traded JMIA, which is the ticker JMIA. And we traded Twitter, which is the ticker TWTR. Of course, many people know who and what Twitter is, but yeah, it was still quite a difficult day to trade because nothing was moving with huge volatility. So we weren't getting the big range in terms of the 1 minute candles that you can really profit from. And because we're trading with a smaller account today, we had a bit of a whoops day on Friday for anyone that's not been on the live streams or the catch-ups. We lost, 2/3 of our equity position on Friday. So we're now trading a smaller account. $10,000 was the starting position. It was actually just shy of $10,000 was our starting position today. And we managed to get a 14% increase on the day. So 14% gain on any given day is a fantastic day's trading. I'll go into the trades in just a second, but if you enjoy watching me trade, if you find this video of interest, then please smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and just remember to hit the notification bell. That way you will get notified every time I go live. I stream my trades live 2 hours before market opens and at least an hour into the market. So join me every day, 2 hours before market opens, and not only do I actually trade live and show you live, I try and educate a lot about trading and give a lot of the methodologies and how I got into trading and what I like to trade in terms of patterns and the formations and the breakouts and the methodologies, etc. So if you're finding my content interesting, if you're finding it informative and educational, remember to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for much more. And with that, let's go and check out the trades. So the first trade we took today was Twitter. And we took this pre-market. Twitter gapped up quite substantially pre-market. It was gapping up on news that Elon Musk had taken a 9% shareholding with Twitter, and the market was reacting very bullishly to that news. And of course, everything that Elon's touched of late has turned to gold. He's got the Midas touch, as it were. So it comes as no shock that when it was disclosed that he'd taken a 9% shareholding in Twitter, that the price would start to move up. Of course, it didn't hold its initial gains pre-market. It did retrace, and this is kind of normal. So it retraced below the volume weighted average price and was consolidating sideways for a little while. So we were waiting for it to come up and break the VWAP, which it tested it here, and then it pulled back, consolidated a little bit. We got these 3 dojis in a row here before then moving back up. We're getting a little bit of an increase in volume here pre-market. It moved back up and then it broke the VWAP. So we entered for the break of the VWAP here. Now, this was a little bit premature from what I would normally do. So normally I would look at the break of the VWAP and look for a VWAP bounce. So a break, move up, pull back, retest the VWAP as support where it was previously resistance, and then move to the upside. So I didn't do that this time, silly me. So we ended up, it retraced, it came back and then moved back up, tried the VWAP again, found resistance there again, and we got back out for a small loss. So we were, a couple of hundred dollars down at this stage. So we looked for a re-entry. This time as it retested the VWAP, we decided, okay, we're going to get a safer entry. So we looked at what was the high of that last position. It was kind of 48.30, and that's what we looked for. So we entered it for the break of 48.30. It moved up, broke the VWAP, came back, retested it as support, which is what I should have done the first time. And then we moved up. So we took a position at 48.30. We took some profit off. We were looking for a move to 48.50. We were risky 10 cents on the share. We wanted to make 20, so we took some profit off at 10 cents. We were looking to ride the rest up to 48.50. It didn't go up that way, so we're glad we took some profit off, and we exited the second half of the position at break even. It started to consolidate. It was consolidating sideways. It retested that $0.50 level, 48.50, a couple of times, 48.49. It retested it again here and here, and then another 3 times before the bell actually rang. So we'd seen this flat top forming pre-market. Now, this flat top formations, if you've been listening to me, I do like the flat top breakout. It's one of my favorite, very bullish patterns. It's one of my favorite patterns to trade. Along with the bull flag breakout, the flat top pattern is usually very reliable. So coming into the market, I was watching this $0.50 level, 48.50, and looking for the break of 48.50 as we moved up. So it pulled back just prior to the open, and it started around kind of 48.87. I think it opened at, and it moved up quite quickly on good volume. And it broke that $0.50 level, and that's where we entered. We rode it up, and we took profits at 48.80, so 30 cents later, and it moved all the way up to kind of 49.75 before then starting to pull back. I was expecting it to move up and test $50. It didn't actually do that. So when it started to look weak, we exited the position at 49.15, and that put us, $350 green on the day. So that was a great start to the day. The next trade we took was JMIA Technologies. So JMIA Technologies had announced that it was going to be making its logistics services available to UPS, and that's the reason that this started moving up, gathered a bit of momentum, a bit of volume, and we saw that. So what we were looking for is an entry position. We saw we actually missed the first 2 pullbacks, so we got these 2 pullbacks here. That would have been a really good entry, but again, it wasn't really gapping up that much to start off with, and then this one would have been a really good entry if we could have got in around 10.74. As it moved up, we were still waiting for this. We got a pullback here, so we actually got a pullback, and we got in at 11.12. As we then started to make a move up, we moved up, and then we took our first profits at 11.21. We took some more off when it kind of broke even here. Okay, so that was it was a profitable trade, but it wasn't a huge trade, if that. So when we were looking for the break of highs, as it moved up, we took another entry position here at 11.23, and then it reversed. It didn't break highs. It went a little bit up and faked us out and reversed. So that kind of wrote us off, and we ended up with break even on this particular ticker for the day. We're still at this stage. We're still up on Twitter, 350, but we're break even on JMIA. So we're waiting for another entry position. We see the move up. It doesn't break highs. It pulls all the way back down again. So ideally, with this kind of flat bottom and then the break upwards, we could have gotten in here, but we missed the opportunity. So now we're looking for another entry point. So we move up, and we get into here, and we're looking, okay, well, we want the next candle to make a new high. So we've had this extension bar. We get in here, and we enter at 11.42, and it moves up, and then it pulls all the way back down again, and then it moves up slightly. So we take a little bit of profit, and we exit the position for a very small profit because it's looking very weak. Then it pulls all the way back down below 11.30s before moving up again. So we enter yet again for the candle to make a new high. These are all small base hits that we're just trying to get green on this particular ticker. And we're up $150, we're down $150, and then we move to the upside. We get in again for the break of highs, and we get out for break even. At this stage, we're about $50 to the red side with JMIA, and I'm thinking, okay, we're not going to trade JMIA anymore. Let's look what else is moving, and we saw that ATER was moving. So the next stock we traded was Ethereum. And Ethereum, it didn't have any specific news catalyst today. It did release that that Cynthia Williams had been appointed to its board of directors on Friday, which was the last trading day. But there was nothing specific today that was really bullish or a news catalyst that would prompt a significant move to the upside. So it must have been kind of a continuation from Friday, and we saw this moving upwards. So it was moving up on good volume, and it was moving up with good momentum as well. We saw a couple of pullbacks. We weren't actually looking at it at this stage, but when it started to move up here, kind of just after 10 a.m. market time, we were looking for the entry, and then it did this little pullback here. So it pulled back from kind of 334, 335. all the way to 317, kind of a 15-cent pullback. So we were looking, okay, next candle to make a new high, and that's when we will enter. So it moved up, and we got in to ATER at 334 for the move up. We took our first profits at 340s, and then we took some more off at 345. Before it then started to pull back, and it was 341 that we exited that position. So it was still moving in a good way. And what we were looking at here was, base hits, if you will, a succession of base hits. So we re-entered, and we went in for 10,000 shares. This pullback here, we went in 10,000 shares at 352, the break of the $0.50, very psychological level. So we broke the $0.50, and we moved up. We took a little bit off before we moved up to 360, and we then moved up again to kind of 370 before then pulling back, and we exited the position then at 360. So at this stage, we're doing really well on this ticker. It pulls all the way back. We get this bullish channel here, and we're clearly seeing that we're getting these lower lows, lower highs. At some stage, this is going to break upwards. We see this doji candle here, and it's on a higher volume than the previous candle. So that's usually a good indicator for an entry. It's a good indicator for a changing sentiment or a reversal, if you will. So we thought, okay, next candle to make a new high is going to be our entry point, and that's what we did here. So we entered there at 347 is our entry point, and we wrote again 10,000 shares. We wrote it up. We got 5 cents on that one, and it went up to kind of 356, and then when it pulled back, we took some more profit off at kind of 349 and exited the position at 347. It started to sell off and came all the way back down to the VWAP. So that was us done. But I was happy with that. We were $1,500 to the good on that particular ticker, and I was very happy with that. So we're now into the market. We've traded 3 at this stage. We've traded Ethereum, we're green on Ethereum. We've traded Twitter, we're green on Twitter. We're about $50 down on JMIA though. So we came back to JMIA, and it was moving up, and it was moving. Was it moving up? It was moving up well. So we saw this move up here, and we decided we're looking for an entry point. We're looking for a pullback. And then we could get an entry point. So it actually pulled back. So we had the highs here at 12.20, and it pulled all the way back to kind of 10 cents, 11 cents, 12.09, and then moved back up again. So, we entered there for the break of 12.20, and it faked us out. It completely faked us out. So it pulled, it went against us, and we exited the position there at 12.09. So for the break of lows, as it were. And what we were looking for was the next candle to make a new high. We figured, okay, it was extended. This was your flagpole. Now we're creating a flag. So we're looking for the bull flag setup. Next candle to make a new high. So we entered here for this was the high here that this candle made at 12.11. So we looked at it and we entered it at 12.12. Well, actually, we got filled at 12.13. So 12.13, and it moves up to kind of 12.17. So it's like 4 cents, and then pulls back down again. So completely faked us out again. So from where we'd had a good setup, we were only $50 down coming into this particular setup. We'd seen what looked like 2 good setups, the pullback entries, and we just got faked out. We're now over $300 down at this stage. So there we're looking for, okay, well, maybe on the 5-minute chart, the setup was a lot better. So we're looking for the, again, next candle to make a new high, which the high of this one was 12.06 and a bit. So we're looking for 12.07. So we get in at 12.09. This time it breaks out for us. We ride it all the way up, and we take half our position off at 12.21, and we ride it all the way up. It goes as high as 12.30s before coming back down. So we take the rest of our position off at 12.22. It comes all the way back down to kind of 12.14, 12.15, and we look for another entry. So the next entry, next candle to make a new high, so it's 12.23. 12.23, then it moves up to kind of 12.30, and it didn't quite make 12.30. It was rejected at 12.30. It gets up to 12.29. So as it starts to pull back, we decide to exit half of our position at 12.25. We made 2 cents on the move. Not a huge amount, but it's 2 cents is 2 cents. And as it pulls back, we exit the position at the first candle, this level here. So it was kind of break even. That's when we decide, okay, enough's enough. Stream's finished, and we've decided we're not doing any more. And but then we see this channel. So we've cleared the stream at this stage. We've ended the stream. We see this downwards channel. Hang on a minute. I know what that looks like. If I say moo and then wave something red, that looks like it's a flag of some description. So this bullish channel here, we thought definitely we'll get this doji here. We thought we're definitely going to trade this if we get the volume that comes with it. So we're looking for the next candle to make a new high. We almost get in here. Almost get in here at 12.12. So it's funny enough, it's the area points that we were getting in there. So it comes all the way down to $12, bounces on the whole dollar level. And then on the move back up, we almost get in there at 12.12. It moves up to 12.12. And 12.08 is where we should have got in, but we ended up getting in at 12.12. So 12.12, and we rode it all the way up to 12.25. We took some of our position off there, and we took some more of our position off here at 12.20, and then we add back to our position up at 12.26, and it moves up. Moves against us, so we take half of our position off at break even before it moves up. We add that back at 12.32, and then it moves up again, and we take that off at 12.39. So this stage we're riding this all the way up, and it gets over 12.50s and then comes start back down, and that's when we exit the position here at 12.40. So that stage we're almost $400 green on that particular ticket. The dog's wanting to go for a walk, and I'm kind of thinking, we're over $2,000 to the good in terms of the trade profit and loss. I think we should just exit. We should just exit it there and cut our losses while we're ahead, as it were. And we've had a really good day. So it finished kind of 14% up on the day, which our first green day after 2 massive red days. I didn't want to overstay my welcome, so I thought, okay, we're green on the day. That's it. We're going to finish where we are, and because $2,200 to the good on the trade profit and loss, but based on the fact that we traded so much, we were scalping. We were doing a lot of scalping. We were taking 5-cent moves. We're taking 6-cent moves, 2-cent moves in some cases. We had a few break-even trades. Because we had so many trades, we got hit with a lot of commissions and charges, which means we're almost $1,400 good on the day in terms of net profit and loss. So unfortunately, you know, there's always a downside, and today is because we're trading a smaller account and we were actively trading, scalping the small moves. We did get stung with commissions and charges to a large degree, but it's a green day. And that's better than it was on Friday. It's better than it was on Thursday. So I'm happy to take a green day, the first one of many this week. Hopefully we'll put 5 in a row, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. So remember to join me tomorrow morning, 2 hours before market opens, and we'll do it all over again. Thank you very much.